Okay, so everything is assembled. As you can see, the bottom end is done, even though I really I wish this wasn't this way. I wish I had to replace the actual crank, but like I said, it's really hard to find the crank for 3.0, and if you can, I mean, they're just expensive. You might as well just buy a whole engine. And now that I have rebuilt the bottom end and the shit that I've seen in there, I don't want another used engine. I know a lot of people want to do a swap. Trust me, knowing what I know, you don't want to do a swap. You don't want to buy S54 and put in your 325, because that S54 has more problems than you might think. It might not even last. So unless you rebuild it this way, then yes, you go ahead and buy S54. Go ahead and buy 3.0 used if you can find it. But even then, it's really hard to find them. So as you can see, the guides are actually, they were broke when I started. When I started this project, I saw that they were broke, and I bought new ones. But I actually spent extra on them because I know they crack, and I don't want any aftermarket one. The chains are the same. There's not much torque, just a little bit. Pretty much that should do it. Now I'm installing the pilot bearing. This car was automatic, so there was no pilot bearing, there was a converter. There is a ring behind. I've seen a actual thread on E46 Fanatics, I think, or on Beamer forum. How can I get this out in order to install this? But actually that piece is way deep inside. It's supposed to be there because once you install pilot bearing, it's supposed to stop it so that you don't knock the pilot bearing way too deep. You're not supposed to remove it. So I'm gonna use a 22mm socket. As you can see, 22 meets exactly in the center. So I'm gonna knock it in and go as far as it goes and leave it as is, because if you look at this piece, the pilot bearing should sit somewhere here, right? You don't want a pilot bearing sitting at the end. Let's say you actually, like some idiot, removed that brace that is in there in the hole, and his pilot bearing would be sitting here at the end. And then a question, how is he going to remove it later, right? So pilot bearing should be in the middle to reduce the force of sway, ideally. This is only maybe like an inch and a quarter, but the hole itself is deeper. It's probably like this deep. Okay, so the pilot bearing is in, and as you can see, if I put my pinky, I don't know if you can see this, but it's exactly in the middle, right? It's exactly in the middle. So that's about it. That's how it's supposed to be, in the middle, because once you have a rotating force, you want to have a bearing in the middle of rotating force. You don't want to have bearing at the beginning or end. You want to have it at the middle, exactly at the center. This way it's the most durable. It's just physics. That's all it is. Before we install flywheel, we have to install the plate. This came from a manual swap. It's a little bent, but no, not anymore. Actually, let me clean this because this is filthy. I don't like this. I cleaned the plate, so now, well, relatively clean. So that it just clicks, right? It just clicks. Already lubricated bolts. I'm just gonna add some orange thread locker. It's really thick, so one squeeze enough for several bolts, probably more than that. Really is enough. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna hand start them opposite one to another. Right, so it sits in place. Now this one. Now this one. So greasy. And it's so hot, burning. Like this one, I'll add a little bit of this stuff. I'm just wiping this shit off. Okay, it's hand tight. Just gonna tighten it a little bit more. So it sits in place before I torque it. Because it has to be perfect. I'm gonna have hell of a lot of vibration. Oops, it moved. I need to move the engine back. This is sacks. Hope it doesn't sack. Right. Here's the part number. Looks nice. Yeah, we're losing bolts. I'm not gonna screw it all the way in. I'm just gonna sort of apply it there for now before I do anything. So whether it goes this way or that way, probably this way would make more sense, because if you do that way, this will impede the hose, so it has to be this way. Right. So for now it's just dinging there. Ding, ding, ding. I haven't done anything with it, but as you imagine, this is how it works. This side is getting pushed, so nice and firm. Okay, so one of the things we first replace is this. It seemed to be okay, but I bought a new one. Yes, I know it's not brass, but it's kind of like regular. So let's just get that out. So the way I done it, actually from first time, is exactly this way. So I used the 7/8 and I pried it out this way. It was very easy. I did not expect. I thought I'm gonna fuck with this for a while, but actually it came out. Here we go. It came out. And like I said, it was very easy. So what I've done, I used the socket and I knocked on it a little bit. Very easy, straightforward. Took me like 1 second. Right, just want to make sure it gone all the way in, which it seems to be the case. So now I'm installing this piece. And back to this, which you already figure it goes over like that, but under this I don't know what to call this, but Let's see if I can do this one hand. No, I'm not gonna risk. Right, so everything is done as it's supposed to be, right? Now I'm gonna install the cylinder. Okay, so this shit was supposed to come with a clutch alignment tool. There isn't one, so I have to improvise. This is the regular socket for E46 spark plug removal, and this is a E46 spark plug actually. What's funny, so what I'm gonna do, it actually exactly fits into the clutch and exactly fits into the pinion, except you just have to add a little bit of electrical tape and you are within 90, maybe 97% accurate, which is the best you can do. Why? I'm not waiting another 2 weeks, because anything you order online right now, it's really taking forever to arrive. Freaking clutch alignment tool for E46 is not sold in AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts that you can get tomorrow or the day after. You have to get it from PCP Euro or other places, pay $15 for shipping and wait for a week and a half, 2 weeks. At this point, this project is already taking way too long. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of electrical tape here to make sure it actually fits right, and I already added on this end, and I'm just gonna slide the clutch disc over, and that's it. Because it's so fucking stupid. This kit is very specific. Alright, so this is the tool I just made, right? It's a spark plug and a spark plug remover for the same car. Pushing this in, right? It's almost no wobble. Now, gear side up. I'm installing this. I mean, there's almost no play. It's almost dead center. Because this kit's supposed to come with the fucking actual tool, and there is none. And it fits perfectly. Just look at this. It fits almost perfectly, like 95%. It's perfect. That is just interesting. That is just interesting. Dead on, almost. So to make it even better, I'm gonna add a little bit more electrical tape to make sure that there is almost no wobble. Alright, I'm just trying. I am just trying. Alright. I mean, there is a little play, but I think I can fix that. I'm just gonna apply a little pressure, and if I do, it's on dead center. It's on dead center. Okay. Let's see. This is so stupid. I'm so frustrated with logistics and the stupidity. Yeah, actually, it's almost 95% straight, for sure. I mean, if that's the case, it should be all right. So let's add the bolts. At this point, I don't care. I'm tired. It's 3 in the morning and I'm still fucking with this clutch. No tool. Don't have time to wait another 2 weeks for putting this fucking transmission on. It's like I order something and I wait forever. You know how long I waited for an engine tensioner, the chain tensioner? Over 1 month. is just beyond ridiculous. Look at this. Is this not dead center? I mean, I understand this isn't 100% perfect, depending what angle you film from, but to me this is like 95% accurate. Seriously, come on, tell me. And to make it better, I have a socket extension that I can put in and it will be exact dead center. Alright, I've fucking done this shit. That's the tool I used. Because that bitch is not standard. Nothing is standard in this shit. Okay. Now it seems to be perfect. Looks good. God damn it, I had to hold my hand on my right hand on that range, my left hand on this, push that way to get this out. Next time I'll know to check. If it doesn't have a fucking tool, I'm gonna write them negative review. Look at this, dead center. This is why. Spark plug and a fucking spark plug remover and a little bit of electrical tape and fucking around with this for another hour, but I guess it's better than waiting another freaking week and a half, returning that, waiting for them. No more, I'm done. Now I'm installing transmission. Okay, so now I'm putting transmission in. Don't know how it sits yet, but the point is to start slowly. Make sure it aligns perfectly fine. Congratulations, we arrived to the final moment. Final moment. Пошла. Getting close, but not quite. Almost there. Almost there. Just a little. A little down on this end. Lift like that. What's funny is that, let's see if that helps. It doesn't help at all. We lost all of the lifting jack's power. I'm using the jack to lever. And I'm gonna have to move the position and try again. Here we go. Now we are exactly at the center. Okay, time to put bolts in. Okay, let's see. Let's see what bolts I have. I assume 2 long ones go here. Yep. 2 long ones go here. 2 short ones go there. Bottom ones we aren't really installing yet. And I have some extra bolts. My goal is at least get these straight. All I have to do is to start them up. So M12. Okay, they're started. It's like an engine lift. Once you start, it just goes. It just goes. Fuck, is it different size or what? Come it fits here. It doesn't fit here. Now it does. You see? Torx bolts. Junk is falling out. Okay. These the wrench is set up for 84 foot-pounds, so I won't over tighten them, doing about maybe 30, 20, 30, 20. Won't even, oh fuck. What I'm doing. It's 4 in the morning. Fucking with this bitch. And it's not easy. Woo! Come on, baby. Doesn't want to. Okay. Just gonna do this way for now. Holy shit. Whatever. And that's it. It's pretty. And it's done. Wow. It's a lot. A lot. And the hardest part is done. Vanos still not installed because I'm missing a part and I don't know where I lost it. It's so stupid. I mean, I just don't know. I was rewatching videos that I took from day one and I was always missing that part, and it was gone accidentally somehow when I was removing exhaust, and I looked everywhere. It's nowhere found, so I will have to order one, and it will be here in about 10 weeks or a year or 10 years. I don't know, maybe just 1 month. But anyways, alright, so it's time to do the vanos rebuild. So I have a kit, I have the vanos, and now I'm just literally unscrewing the covers. I don't know what's under there. Wish I can do it a little quicker, but I don't like using any sort of drivers for those. It's all by hand. This way you spend attention on details. You also don't forget where things go because you take it slower. You get time to study the bolts and everything, torque it has. Like right now I'm gonna put this there. Shouldn't be difficult, it's really easy. So I'll continue doing that. Okay, so right away I took the bolts off. There is a huge spring there, right? Okay, all right. As you can see, I have some rust. Yes, more cleaning to do. Not a problem. Now is this side. So the right is on the right, left will be on the left. Alright, the system is very simple. All it is this. This is the cover, right? So the inner portion has gaskets, and okay, so they're the same, and there's two sets of them for each side. So the bigger one and the smaller one. So the bigger one, that's the groove, right? The groove has this. These are the old ones. To demonstrate, as you can see, first they're like plastic at this point. They're not even rubber. This is the inner one, and the outer one goes over. So first you put the inner one in and then the outer one. So in the kit you will have these. They actually made them different colors. So this is the inner one, and upper one is actually sort of like plastic, almost like some flexible plastic goes over it once that one is in. So I'm gonna continue installation, and also the kit obviously has the sets for the lower ones. So this is the set for the bigger ones, bigger size ones, right? One, left and right, two, right, left, right, exhaust intake, that's all it is. The older one is still here, and this one I already removed. Very easy, very straightforward. I know you could take this nut off, and there is a bunch of shit in there as well, but mine, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. Figuring this out, and it seems like this is the alignment of this should be as it is on a tool. I can make my own tool, right? Like everything else. So somehow that way, right? So this goes here, that is at the bottom, and this is slightly to the left. If you look, it's not exactly in the center, it's a little to the left. So as this is not exactly straight, it's a little bit that way, and that's how I supposed to pick this up and install, but we'll see how it works. Okay, this seems to be correct actually, because I was a couple of teeth off and I readjusted, because you can see, like I said, there are marks from the bolt on all of them, and the bolt was in the middle. I don't know if you can see it again, but where is it? There's not enough lighting for it, but you can see that the bolt was in the middle, kind of right there, right? And this should be out like this, so the bolt will be exactly almost there. So this looks exactly correct because the bolt will actually go where it's supposed to be. As you can see, this looks correct. Wow, it was easier than I thought. Easier than I thought. Alright, I fucked for about maybe 4 hours, maybe 5 or maybe 7. Installed the timing. Yes, I was missing parts, so I had to go to my friend 2 times to buy some stuff that I couldn't like really order online. Even if I order online, it will take maybe about a month, maybe a year before they come here. So the vanos on, the timing is on, the centerpiece, I call it the centerpiece because it holds the cams in the center, are still here. So I've rotated engine 2 times and installed this back, and as it looks like everything checks, hopefully. Still, I don't know, there could be issues, I don't know. Could be issues as such as when you probably will have vanos not engaging at proper RPM or something out of that, but again, I don't know. I tried set it all up. If it doesn't work, I mean, it doesn't work. That's the whole point. The whole point is to build this and then drive it before I do anything else with it, like a turbo or anything else. Let the engine set itself. Let me adjust some of the minor imperfections, and then we're gonna work on the whole car more in depth. At this point, this is beautiful what I've done, and I really like it. It's supposed to run. If it runs shitty, we're gonna see what's the problem and adjust. That's the point. So at this point, the only thing is missing is the actual engine cover. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna install the engine cover now. Alright, so it's done. I mean, it's done 95% complete. Everything. Few things are missing still, but overall engine looks beautiful, amazing, just amazing.